About some of the medical malpractice and some of the actual documented evidence because they're very good at covering things up. So, I wanted to talk about three different cases that I feel like should give a pretty good understanding of how they operate. So this woman, I already mentioned her in the first video I made, but she was a Scientologist who was in a minor traffic accident. But because of the fact that she was on psychiatric, she had a psychiatrist, probably was on medication. They local Scientologists convinced her to leave the hospital and rather than have actual medical treatment, just go to the church, to the FSO as they call it. They held her against her will for 17 days without medical care and basically starved and dehydrated her, tortured her for 17 days, and then she died. They were unable to prove it um, because the cause of death was undetermined. So they think these things through, and they do it all thinking it's okay because they're the saviors of humanity. So here's a case that I wanted to talk about because I feel like it kind of shows that there's things that can be done. It's an entire court case. I'm not going to read any of it, but I'll just read some highlights. The court ruled that there was substantial evidence that Scientology's conduct towards Wollersheim, I don't know how to say the person's name, but the person suing, was outrageous, intentional, and caused severe emotional harm. The original jury award that they requested was $30 million, but it was found excessive. So the court reduced it and approved it for the lawsuit was successful, but they were only given $2.5 million. The First Amendment defense, which Scientology tried to use, was rejected. The court held that the free exercise of religion does not protect coercive or harmful conduct, even if it's done under religious pretense. Religious freedom ends where deliberate psychological harm begins. So that was the outcome of this case. And they won. This is one more I just wanted to talk about because I feel like people think these are just one-off cases. No, this is what they do. They're just really good at covering it up. So this woman, this was in 2022, committed suicide because she was denied psychiatric care and was sent to an alternative health clinic, aka the FSO or some kind of Scientology organization. So they basically convinced her to commit suicide because they think that psychiatry is a pseudoscience and that by taking these medications you're a horrible person and like things of that nature. So because if you're on this medicine, you can't be brainwashed, so you're the enemy at that point, so you deserve to die. This is literally their thinking. It's in their books. I've seen it myself. I'm not supposed to have because there were books that you have to have reached like a certain level. But my dad showed me because he's a dumbass. Anyways, that is all.